This class in child's pose. So coming down to all fours, send your knees out wide, toes and heels come to touch, and send the hips back as you press through all 10 fingertips. As always, trying to connect your intention with your breath. I'm going to be holding these poses for anywhere from 1 minute to 3 minutes, so trying your best to keep your mind clear, challenging yourself to find that edge, using this as kind of a moving meditation. Reminding yourself here in child's pose to stay just a little active by pressing the mat away with all 10 fingers, sending your hips back towards your heels. Give a little shake through the neck and shoulders, trying to release any tension in your head and your face. And with your next breath, I want you to slowly walk your fingertips, keeping your spine where it's at, over to that top left corner of the mat. And with each inhale, expand through that right side body, opening up your ribs. Maybe feel it around your scapula and your armpit just a little bit. Still pressing through your fingertips to send your hips back, elongating your spine. With your next inhale, slowly walk those fingertips back to center. As you exhale, send them out towards the top right corner of your mat. So opening up that left rib cage, that left side body. Still pressing through, sending your hips back. Trying to grow and expand with each breath. With your next inhale, walk your hands back to center and take a tent through the palms, so pressing down through all 10 fingertips, keeping your forehead resting softly on the mat to expand the front of your chest, pinning your shoulder blades back and down your spine, away from your ears. Imagine that little pencil between your shoulder blades you're trying to squeeze into. Revisit the forehead, the neck, give a little shake if you need, letting go of any tension. Still pressing through the fingertips, sinking low with your hips. With your next inhale, release the tent in your hands. Slowly come up to tabletop. Bring your knees together and come all the way up to a kneeling position. Okay, so nice tall spine here. Take a nice deep breath in. Step your right foot out long to the right side of your mat, extending your right knee. Right toes point forward, placing your right hand over your right thigh. Inhale your left arm high. As you exhale, bending to the right as you slide your right hand down towards your foot. Left hand comes up overhead and look your gaze up towards the ceiling underneath that left arm. So again, creating a little bit of expansion through that left side body, opening up the right adductor at the same time. Reconnecting with your breath. Your next inhale, slowly release, coming back to a tall spine. As you exhale, step that right foot forward for a low lunge. Hands come to the top of that right knee. Square your hips towards the front of the mat. So driving that left hip forward, right hip comes back. Keeping a nice tall spine. Playing with your foot position. Your right knee should be just above your right ankle. Challenging yourself to find that edge, that comfortable edge, not pushing into pain, but the deepest expression of this pose. With your next inhale, slowly shift your hips back, sending them back towards your left heel, elongating your right leg as you exhale with a nice flat spine. Slowly fold forward at the hips, just to where you meet that resistance in the backside of your right leg. Right toes point up towards your knee. Stay lifted through the chest as you fold forward. Option here to have the support of your foam roller or your block with your hands, or they can rest softly atop your right knee. With your next inhale, slowly shift your weight forward and step your right foot across your body slightly towards that left edge of the mat as you drop your right knee down, coming into that half pigeon pose. Okay? So staying with the left toes, top of the left foot is resting softly on the mat, left knee is down, that right leg is out as close to a perpendicular position as you can get it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Wherever you can find a comfortable position, opening up the backside of that right hip. You guys know this one, so having support underneath that right hip if you need. We're going to start with a nice tall spine here. Trying to keep your hips square towards the front of the mat. Slowly lower down to your elbows, with or without the support of your foam roller. And again, option to rest your forehead either on your blocker foam roller or coming all the way down to the mat. With your next inhale, slowly make your way back up to the palms of your hands. Nice tall spine. Tuck those left toes, raise the left knee up as you send that right leg back for a high fly. Slowly lower the knees down. Press up to a nice tall spine. Hands come to the hips. With your inhale, step that left leg out to the left side of the mat. Extend that left knee, toes point towards the top of the mat. Inhale your right arm high. As you exhale, bending to the left side, tracing that outer pant seam of your left leg with your left fingertips, reaching down towards your foot. Gaze comes up and under the right arm towards the sky, expanding that right side body. Inhale, coming up to a nice tall spine. As you exhale, send the left foot forward, toes point towards the top of the mat, squaring the hips. As you lunge in, opening up that right hip flexor. And keeping the left knee above your left ankle, sending that left hip back as the right hip comes forward. Hands rest softly on top of that left knee, keeping a nice tall spine. Next inhale, slowly shift your hips back as you straighten out that left knee. Exhale, hinge at the hips with a nice flat back, folding forward, opening up your hamstring on the left leg. An option to rest your hands on top of your foam roller here. Left toes point up towards your knee. As you fold deeper with each breath. Inhale, shift your weight forward as you come up to a nice tall spine. Step that left foot across your body to the top right edge of your mat, lowering your left knee down. Half pigeon. And starting up on your fingertips, up on the palms of your hands, a nice tall spine. taking support wherever you need. Squaring the hips first. As you exhale, deepening this forward fold. Again, only if it's accessible to you. Coming into the fullest expression your body is willing to allow. And when you're ready, we'll meet back up on our palms, all 10 fingers. With your inhale, shift your weight into that left hip as you bring your right knee forward, keeping that left leg out in front of you. Internally rotating that right hip, coming into your deer pose, your 90-90 position. Okay. Fighting that resistance to shift your weight into your left hip by keeping a nice tall spine. The further you can walk your feet away while keeping your legs at a 90-degree angle, the deeper the rotation you'll get. Rest the hands softly on top of your knees. The next breath, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to try and floss to the opposite direction. So doing your best to not use your hands. They're there for support if you need them, but pressing the palms of the hands together, pressing through the outer edge of your left foot and the inner edge of your right foot, driving down into the ground as you rotate your hips, opening up the right, closing down the left. And it's okay if you need the support of your hands, the assistance of your hands. It's not an easy thing to do. And now shifting our weight into that left hip, not allowing this pose to push us into the right. Nice tall spine here. Revisiting your breath, just that natural inhale and exhale, not trying to change it in any way. With your next inhale, plant your hands behind your sacrum as you open up, windshield wiper the knees side to side, using the support of your hands this time. Nice and easy just to get some mobility back. When you're ready, send the legs long. Slowly lower down all the way to your back, one vertebrae at a time. With your next inhale, bring the right knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze. Start to circle it in towards the midline. 3 times. Changing direction, opening up the hip to the outside. Your next inhale, place your left palm to the outer edge of your right knee as you exhale, pulling that right knee up and over your left leg for a supine spinal twist. Right fingertips go long to the right side of your mat. Eyes look out and over those right fingertips, trying to pin that right shoulder down to the mat, keeping the hips stacked on top of each other. You can gently flutter your eyes closed if that helps you focus in on this pose. Reconnecting with your breath, finding new depth and extension. Option here to kick that right leg long, sending your right heel towards whatever's on the left side of your mat. Really pressing through that heel, trying to straighten out that right leg. Maybe providing a little bit of neural tension. Your next inhale, slowly come back to center. Bring that right knee back into your chest. And then squeeze it towards the side body, your right rib. So opening up the adductor just a little bit more. Pulling in nice and tight. Holding here. With your next inhale, reaching with your left hand for your right foot. Pull that right foot into your left groin as you send that right knee down towards the mat for a half shoelace. Left toes stay engaged, pointing up towards your left knee. That right foot is tucked into your left hip crease as you send that right knee down towards the mat. Your next inhale, bring that right knee back in towards your chest. Give it one last squeeze before you exhale. Slowly send it long to meet the left leg. Your next breath, bring that left knee in towards the chest. Give it a squeeze. Start to circle it out. Three times before you change direction. 3 times, 3 circles the opposite way. Your next inhale, take the right palm, place it to the outer edge of your left knee. As you exhale, twisting over your right leg, sending those left fingers long, looking your gaze over your left shoulder towards those left fingertips. Noticing any differences between your left and right side. Get an option here to send that left heel long, kicking the left heel towards whatever's on the right side of your mat. Slowly bring that left knee back to center. Squeeze it towards the chest, and then opening up that left adductor slightly by bringing that left knee towards your left ribs. Breathing deeper in as you squeeze just a little bit more. Your next breath with your right hand, reaching for your left foot, pulling it into your right hip crease as you send that left knee down towards the mat. Half shoelace opposite side. Keep those right toes pointed up towards your knee. Keeping a nice flat back, imagining you're sinking your belly button through your abdomen down towards the mat. With your next inhale, bring that left knee back into your chest. Give it a squeeze before you send it long to meet the right. Making sure you've got that foam roller handy for this next one. With your inhale, bring both heels in towards your glutes, bending your knees, planting your heels and toes firmly on the mat. As you exhale, press your hips up for a bridge, reaching for that foam roller or that block to offer your sacrum some support. As you release your engagement and let gravity do the work. Rest your palms softly on the mat, reaching your fingers towards your heels. Tuck your chin just slightly to elongate your neck, cervical spine. Try to find that comfortable place of stillness. An option here to send the legs long, so releasing the bend in your knees. As your legs go long, opening up your hips and pelvis. Your next inhale, bring those heels back towards your glutes on both legs. Exhale, pressing through the heels, send your hips high. Remove that foam roller or the block and gently lower down to a nice flat back. Inhale, bring both knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. A little rock side to side to massage out the lower back. Maybe some circles here with both knees. Balancing it out in the opposite direction. Your next inhale, send both feet high, reaching for the outside or inside edges of the feet with your hands. As you exhale, pull those feet down towards the mat. Happy baby. Keeping the grip on both feet. With your next exhale, slowly extend that right leg just as long as you can while maintaining the grip on the bottom of your right foot. Keep that leg extended for 3 breaths. Starting to get the shakes here. Slowly bring that knee back down towards the mat. Your next breath, take an expansion through that left leg, trying to straighten out the left leg as you maintain that grip on the bottom of your left foot. Three breaths here with that left leg extended as far as you can get. When you're ready, slowly bring that left knee back down towards the mat. Last breath here. As you release the grip in your feet, send the legs long, taking up as much or as little space on your mat as is comfortable to you. The palms face up to receive energy, palms down to close yourself off. Trying to find a new depth of stillness. Seeing if it's just a little bit easier this time around. Clearing your mind of any thoughts. When you're ready, start to bring some gentle movement back into your body. Seeing if you can notice any changes from the beginning of class. Maybe a nice good morning stretch. Point the toes down towards the bottom. Stretch the fingertips high. Maybe take a gentle bend in the knees. Tick-tock the knees side to side. Turning over to a fetal position. Eventually making your way to a comfortable seat. Then inhale, bring your hands to heart center. As you exhale, take a bow, recognizing the light in each other. Namaste.